So, to navigate courses, you first have to select one from the top of the page. In this case, I'm going to select the 8 English AAP course, which is one that I work from fairly often. Now, on the front page of the course, you'll see up the top an activity feed, where in this particular case, I am using the activity feed just to put out weird little grammar games for my students. The majority of what you'll need to use in the course will be here under content. This is where all of our class content is. So usually your first move will be content. And as you can see here on the left hand side of the screen, we've got a navigation menu. We try to keep it as clearly labeled as possible. Which term is being indicated for each of the individual courses. It will change depending on the learning area a little bit, but in English in particular we try to set things up this way. Down the bottom we've got a few other things that are listed as courses that are really just useful content for the students to have access to. So under 8 English AAP, I've got a video series that I put together on how to totally pick apart the writing of essays so that students could keep coming back to that content as they needed it. But let's just have a look at the term 4 content that we're studying right now. When you open up the term, you'll see modules. Now, a lot of the time in the past, this would have been listed as week 1, week 2, week 3, so on and so forth. We call them modules here because there's no guarantee we'll actually have finished week 1 by the end of week 1. Obviously, term 4 in particular can be quite busy, as can term 1. So we found that calling it week 1 or week 2 sort of put students and teachers under undue pressure. So we now refer to a collection of lessons as a module. And in here, you can see the individual lessons attached in the module. So we've got term 4, we're studying the film Sapphires. In module 1, we're looking at film techniques. And here's the first lesson, film techniques A. And we can see the lesson content itself, pointing out that we'll need to do the pretest, pointing out some of the content we'll be going through. I'll move across to the next session. Usually at the top of the class, you'll see our essential question, our learning intention, and our success criteria, as well as academic vocabulary or quick writes, just opening activities that you'll do with the class. The lesson plan is usually the first thing that's in the folder, and this little eyeball with a dash through it says that it's not actually visible to students. So up here we've got a button that can switch on and off the ability for students to see the content. So our lesson plan is hidden, as well as any content that we want teachers to have access to, but not necessarily students. So this is accessible to students. We can see here it's on symbolism. Watch the short video below. Take notes on it. The video's embedded, so we can just hit play straight from this screen. And once you're done with that, you can move on to the next task, in which case is analyzing 2 short films, both of which are again embedded. So this is what a course looks like on Desire to Learn. In content, you'll find all of the different terms worth of content, broken up sometimes into individual lessons, if the lessons are designed to last for more than 1 session, but more often than not, broken up into modules consisting of individual lessons.